Okay, Taylor's turn. I'm so curious. Okay, fill us in.
All right. Honestly, the Kyle update's pretty boring. He's fine. He concerned because beside a guard described it as easy mode summer camp.
Wait, he described it as easy mode summer camp?
With the counselor or guard like right beside him. That was when he's being this
summer camp.
Oh, you cut up when you said it. So Kyle said it was easy mode summer camp, and a guard got upset. Is that what I'm missing?
No,
No, just a guard
was
there
with him because it was like his first week. That's what he described.
I still didn't hear.
As.
Who was with who? One at a time.
There was like a guard with him, and he called it easy mode summer camp, like with counselors, and there's like a guard there, like with him while he's referring to it as summer camp.
Exactly.
So he's calling him a counselor, camp counselor.
Oh, okay.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah.
It's actually like really
Well, I'm sure, like, why would that...
Yeah, I'm in prison. It's very easy mode summer camp.
That guard probably doesn't give a shit. He's probably like, hell yeah, it is. I could either do that or, like, get thrown cocktails of feces and cum at me at the maximum security prison. Like, this job rules.
So wait, I get
it's a pretty... It's minimum security, so I don't even think there's fences.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about this. We said it's the honor system.
Yeah.
It's like they're in a dorm. There's not very many guards. But yeah, he gets up at 5:30 in the morning, surprisingly.
Why do they have to do that?
They have to be up at that time.
At 5:45?
I think.
No,
Why?
5:30. So 5:30.
Why
but
do
I want to know,
to?
because you got to start your daily camp counselor activities. You got dodgeball. You got song and dance. You got...
What time do you go to
Literally,
bed?
he does nothing. He eats, then walks a few miles, or he says 3 miles, so probably 60 feet a day. And then, like, comes in when it gets hot.
Oh.
Back in the dorm.
People.
Yeah. Oh, you... Yeah.
Comes in
and
people?
Then... I hate you sometimes.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I just want to smack him.
I saw rumors posted on someone tweeted it at me and on our subreddit, so you know it's true. Did Kyle get caught masturbating?
Now that came from Chiz, and obviously Chiz knows more about Kyle's wanking habits. So who knows?
Who, hold on, sorry to catch me up. Who caught him masturbating? Are you not allowed to masturbate?
I'd assume it's frowned upon.
I'd assume just getting caught in general is a little embarrassing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not against the rules.
But I don't know. That's interesting. Okay.
Does he have a roommate?
I think it's a dorm.
So it's a big room, like, what is it, like boot camp style?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they're all in a bunch of...
So there isn't any private wanking space. Where did he get caught masturbating? I guess you don't know.
Probably into a happy sock, I imagine. I don't know.
Well, I meant like the room. Did he go to a bathroom stall, or was he really
You'll have to ask Chiz.
No, he did it in his bed. He jerked off in his own belly button and ate it out with a spoon.
Yeah, I picture...
You know how it works.
I picture like 28 beds in a large room with a high ceiling, and he was just moving very little in hopes of not being noticed.
You're thinking of an orphanage, not a dorm. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of like an orphanage. It's like a big room, the nuns walking up and down, and everyone has their little white beds, and you just hear like, ree, 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 ree. That's his bed.
What's it sound like when you masturbate?
That was the squeaky bed. That's what that was.
No, you didn't catch that? Yeah. No, I knew that.
I was going to say lube, Harley. Lube is your friend.
Well, that's good that Kyle isn't getting molested or anything.
A clear lube sound, and it wasn't from Taylor or Harley. Like, what? How did you do that?
Yeah.
No, that was me.
That wasn't me. That was Harley.
Oh, that is Harley. It's his mouth. Oh, I couldn't see. I'm like, where's Kitty?
I should have left that on Kitty longer. So it would take that long. I'm like, yeah, how'd you do that, Kitty? What is that you're doing there? We got you.
Everyone's like, Kitty, go on PKA. Kitty, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fun. Yeah, it's just talk about wanking. Thanks.
Well, I mean, that's a tentpole topic. I
like what you did.
Nice.
All right. So
All right.
media consumption. Is he listening to audiobooks, watching TV? I always tell people the same thing about the 3 TVs and some device. What do you know?
Yeah, there's like 4 TVs, I think. So he's watching a lot of shitty TV, probably, and he's reading a lot. I laughed when I asked him what books he wanted Harry Potter. So I said a lot, and then sent him all the Harry Potter books. And then last week, when I spoke to him, he said he'd run out of books. He'd read, Chiz had sent him like Howard Stern's
Are these
book.
audiobooks or is he reading with words?
Audiobooks allowed.
Audiobooks allowed?
You have to use the
no
word.
audiobooks allowed. It's all he's got to actually read.
You know, Woody, where people have a book and it's paper. And
Yeah, he's got to read like a bitch.
Okay.
Like that old
you remember
bitch
back
way.
when you were a child?
Back when my
right?
eyes worked fully. Yeah, I remember.
That was calligraphy when Woody was
The stone tablets must be so heavy.
or hieroglyphics, whatever the word, whatever. You got my point.
Yeah, I know. I think both of those worked. I feel like.
I don't know. Well, I'm
But
glad
yeah,
Kyle
so
is
he
getting
asked for some. He asked for some more books, so I put it to the Reddit and let the subreddit decide what 3 books he got next. So
Did they decide
Number
yet?
1, Communist Manifesto.
well, most of them wouldn't have got past prison security. So
Oh,
That's
so
their-
Dark Tower, which isn't one of Stephen King's greatest, but because I'm not a fan of it, Kyle will probably like it. 3 Body Problem or something.
Yeah. That's
Now
the
I've
only.
gotta
That's
read
the
it.
only series he needs. He's not going to get really far after that. You know what I mean?
That one's something.
well, he's
And-
only got 3 weeks left, right?
A lot of hours in a day.
Yeah.
2263, the Stephen King thing about the assassination of Kennedy.
Okay.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah.
That might
Thing.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing fine. I don't think he's a fan of the food. He seems to have dropped a load of weight. So
Really? He's probably psyched about that. So he can go right back to bad sleep schedule and bad diet as soon as he gets home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to look good and feel good for a week.
I got so annoyed
that's-
because the official email that we use for all business, he had used that for Postmates and DoorDash. So every morning I'd log in and there'd be like 50 posts. Like some nights he'd be ordering like 4 times a night. And I'm like, this email is useless now. It's just like DoorDash and Postmates spam.
That's me. That's my life also. That's literally the exact same thing with me. Is it's like my mom will be like, so like I know because like like she'll do like my accounting and stuff, like my bookkeeping. She'll be like, I know that you used Uber Eats at after midnight. It's now 7 a.m. So I know it was used at one point for sure. And that's okay, but then it was used 3 more times. So what were you doing last night that you just had to like skip the dishes and Uber Eats coming to the house over and over again? And I Uber Eats like coffee. I'll Uber Eats like a bottle of water.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
He'll Uber
Bottle
Eats
of
like a-
water? That can't be true.
Yeah.
That's an exaggeration, right?
It's absolutely not. We're not so different, Kyle and I.
that is.
I need to be in.
beyond
I should be
fucking
in
lazy.
jail. We'll do like a coffee, and I have like coffee pods, like a Keurig machine here to like make the quick coffee things. I'll
Yeah,
order
he
coffee.
did that one night. He was up all night stream or playing games with, I guess,
And he got
or
coffee.
someone, and
Got
he
coffee.
ordered Starbucks.
That's my man. My man.
Like you have a Keurig. Like
Right?
why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he doesn't want to stand up.
I gotta go over to his house again, man. Fucking get some late night coffees, play some Geometry Wars.
Geometry Wars. That's a blast from the past. From
Yeah,
2011.
I remember because I went to his house and he had like the craziest Geometry Wars score ever.
Oh yeah,
was
when he
huge.
paid that guy to do it for him, and everybody got mad.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's
that
what he
was
told me. He told me that story. Then I was like, "Bro, are you like God?" He was like, "Yep." For like 10 minutes, then he was like, "No, I paid someone to do it." I was like, "What?" And he's like, yeah, I paid someone to do it.
Well, if we, I'm glad Kyle's doing well.
We didn't talk about Kyle's,
That's what it shall be then.
But Kyle's what?
the people that Kyle's serving time with. Like, I heard that there were a lot of tax evaders. Like, is anyone scary? Is everyone cool? Is he making friends?
He seems to have a couple of friends. Like every time he calls, he's like, get in front of Google. And like he's Googling things for people that he gets on with, like how much protein should I eat if I'm working out X amount of hours a week. Like he seems to come with a list of stuff that people have asked him to Google search.
So wait, they have gyms. There are gyms and Kyle's not taking advantage. He's not coming back yoked, although he could have.
Dude, like I was pretty pissed. Like I play pickleball, which is like lightweight tennis.
What's it
call
called?
it tennis for pickleball. It's not sexual, Harley. It's like a cross between ping pong and tennis.
Okay.
What's it called?
Pickleball.
So I'm actually,
Pickleball?
you know what? I'll Google it. Carry on with your story.
Yes.
And they have 2 pickleball courts at this jail or prison or whatever the correct word is. And he has not played.
He hasn't played at all?
Oh, what an idiot.
He's not working out. He's not playing pickleball. He's read all the Harry Potters, and he's having you Google things for his weightlifting friends.
Yes.
Why doesn't he have his weightlifting friends show him the ropes and he can get a little... Well, I guess also he's not... You said he dropped a lot of weight, so he's not eating enough to build muscle anyway, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, Kyle's really fussy on food, so I imagine that prison food is not.
I'm interested that, like, apparently these prisoners are worried about hitting their protein macros. Like, can you go to the commissary and just get, like, protein powder and get protein bars? And
It wasn't on the list. Like, I have the list of what they can buy, but there's no protein or anything. I mean, you can get, like...
Kyle's buying the most of, like, the top few items, what he's spending it all on?
I don't know. I know, like, as soon as he got there, like, he maxed out his allowance getting, like, clothes and the good lotion and the good shampoo and things like that.
He bought lotion in prison.
Well, he did get
Can't
caught
let your
masturbating.
Can't let your skin dry out over the next 2 months.
My elbows, they get all like, you know, yeah, my elbows a bit.
Probably his knees. But, yeah, I mean, I obviously the phone is in a semi-public area, so I didn't want to ask him about people he's in with. But the prison camps are minimum security. You can't be in there if your sentence is over 10 years. So it's going to be a lot of like white collar criminals and stuff.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad. If you're going to go to prison, this seems like the optimal way to do it.
Kyle is living the same life he would be if he was at home, computer and DoorDash.
Yeah. Man, that's depressing.
No DoorDash is a big deal. The no DoorDash is the killer.
Yeah.
DoorDash
is now commissary.
Yeah, now he's going to...
All I need is DoorDash, and all I need is DoorDash and be able to jerk off. I'm good.
That's probably the big complaint
Without
I
either
have
of
about
those?
the living arrangements. Like it's a really public, lots of people in the bedroom type thing.
It's prison, Woody. You can't choose. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you can't wank. I was like, you can't stop me.
It's like in what the fuck, the Silence of the Lambs, when Clarice is walking back from talking to Hannibal and she just gets the guy goes throws a wad of cum at her, just smacks her right in the face.
I'd be that guy.
You would be like, okay. That's the guy you want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
And Harley would be Clarice.
Yeah. So we got a. No, you're looking good on my end, Harley. Unless Woody's seeing something different, but.
What did he write?
So we caught up with Kyle a little bit. He's not getting raped in prison. He's losing weight. That's good.
What else do you know about Kyle's? How he's doing now? So he's losing weight. He's not lifting. He's not moving. He's listening. He's out of audio content. He's reading.
He just sounds
e-books.
bored.
He's just sleeping, watching TV, and reading books. He can't have audio books. Those aren't a thing that are allowed in prison. His calls are restricted to like 15 minutes. Okay. So Chiz and him max out a lot, but we all know they're in some weird bromance thing that they've got going on. But when Kyle calls me, it's pretty boring. It's admin. Are you alive? Do you need money? Like, have you been shanked?
Did you make a shank?
Yeah, if you make him a shank and you bring it in a cake for his 2-month prison sentence. Yeah. I mean, getting shanked in a minimum security prison is pretty hilarious to think of. Like he wouldn't share the Scrabble. They didn't agree on if foreign languages were allowed in Scrabble. And he,
Literally, you went to go throw your tray out in the cafeteria, and someone went to throw out theirs, and the knife like flipped and like just kind of like cut you a little bit there. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." You're like, "You just shanked me in prison. You just shanked me."
I am so sorry about that. I would never intentionally shank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he seems fine. Obviously, he would be happier at home, but he seems to be dealing with it pretty well. He did not appreciate any of my tips from watching Locked Up or Orange Is the New Black.
You could have got us some lesbian sex if you followed him.
He didn't appreciate any of my tips from Oz. Like, beware gonna tattoo your ass on the first day.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, he still has his hair. I'm not sure about the tattoo situation, but we'll find out soon.
I can't help but imagine him like taking his shirt off and having a huge swastika tattoo in the middle of the yard and starting to bench press, just to like fall into that class. So he knows his people. They know he's protection with them.
The funniest way to think about that is if he goes in there and he does that, and there are no Nazi gangs.
And someone comes over, they're like, "Hey, would you put your shirt on? Your tattoos are quite offensive for the rest of the gang here."
You're making the rest of us real uncomfortable, man. Like, it's just terrible. I know.
What
you paid Jose, 10 fucking churros from the commissary to do that for you, but even he was saying he hated every bit of it.
What if he's the one making? What if he's the bad influence? It's like, we can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. And he's like, "Hey, here's how you make a shank. Guys, gather around. Let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to be bad boys in prison."
I can't.
Yeah, and I'm sure some people like recognize him straight off as well. But I mean, the place was pretty chill. Like when we pulled in, there was a guard there, and he was like, "You're a little early for visiting. Are you visiting?" And Kyle was like, "Yeah, I'm visiting for 60 days." Yeah. And like, really?
Visiting for 60 days.
And the guard was like, he laughed and he was like, "You'll be all right. We're all right in here."
That's so
what
funny.
do they eat? What's lunch?
Shit. From what I can understand, the food is not great. But then this is Kyle, who thinks, I don't know why Kyle's complaining about the food. Actually, having seen his Postmates, he pretty much lives off Taco Bell.
Oh, fuck, Taco Bell's great.
I'd imagine prison food would be.
How can he get as much as he wants? Like, can he have more and be like, "I want some more"?
Limit each month to what he's allowed to spend.
Exactly. Thank you.
You can't have it. Your ramen shall be cut off.
Prison was terrible. All my shits were solid.
I wanted to. I was looking up prison cookbooks that you could make stuff out of commissary, but they're all hardcover, and you can't send hardcover books into a prison.
Ah.
So you can smoke in prison? Is that a thing?
No.
You can't smoke in prison.
Huh. I thought smoking was
I thought that was the money. I thought cigarettes were their dollars.
I think it's ramen noodles now.
Really?
Yeah, you're smoking ramen noodles.
Yeah.
No, the ramen noodles are the
No,
currency.
I think because it's a federal smoke. I think if it was a Georgia state, you probably could.
Okay.
This whole town is just jails. There's a medium security, the federal minimum, and then beside that is the county jail.
That's pretty lame. They should let you smoke. You're already in jail. Come on. Hey, let him have a
Wrong,
cigarette.
but I don't think.
What if he
can.
comes out cured of cigarette addiction?
Uh,
That'd be cool, right?
Well, I mean, he
I
already
don't think
doesn't
he
smoke.
smokes as much as you think he smokes anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. He was doing the Juul for a while, but then he got worried about his lungs exploding.
So I went back to good old Marlboro.
Good old Marlboro Smooths. Or whatever he smokes. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Or smoked. Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll have some interesting ramen recipes for when he gets back.
I'm excited to hear about all the lifelong friends he made.
I wonder if that is like. So in the military, people bond, and part of the bond is because they're in like a really, really awful situation together, and that environment creates a bond between soldiers. Prison, it would seem like, could also sort of create a bond. Now, maybe his environment's not as awful as other prisons, but I wonder if there's some guy there that he's like, no, the two of them are going through something awful side by side. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see in a short month.
You'll
or few
find
weeks
out
or
in a
whatever it
few
is.
weeks. So, you know.
Yeah. His release date is public. That's a thing everyone knows, right?
Yeah, they
They
can.
all-
It's easy to look up. It's out there, so I don't bother hiding it.
Ah.
But yeah, it's coming up in a few weeks.
Right.
Well, I'm excited to hear from my friend Kyle.
What did he write?
So we caught up with Kyle a little bit. He's not getting in prison. He's losing weight. That's good. And I want to know a little bit about what's going on in Kitty's world. What's new? It's been a hot second.
Me
What are
too.
you
Yeah,
up
it
to?
has been a while for me too. I'd like to hear.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I've not really done anything in like a year and a half. So I guess I moved to a bigger town, not far from Atlanta.
Nice. What's your address?
Where's your bedroom in relation to the layout?
What time do you go to bed?
Remember, I have a nice little puppy called Dak who loves to bite people.
You still have Dak? Do you have a
do
you have like a yard where he's locked
Yeah.
up in a death box?
No, he's inside.
Dak is an inside dog now?
He always has been.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's why
had a-
Kyle has to run through the house.
I guess he always has, but he also had there was a little caged area in the side.
The
where
only people he doesn't like are you, Woody, and Kyle.
Dak- I tried so hard to get Dak
Why
to
does he
like
like
me.
them?
He liked me briefly. Like it just he didn't really stay consistent on it. You know, there were times where I'd be on the couch and he's like laying his head on my lap and I'm petting him, but I felt like he might bite my nuts off any second now. And then
I
like
hate
you know
that
an hour
feeling.
later he changes his mind and he's barking at me. And I'm a dog person. He just doesn't know.
He just might be a crazy guy. Might be a little crazy.
So anyway, you moved. You got a new place.
So love the place. Neighborhood's really nice. Neighbor's awesome. Got cancer. Got that cut out. All clear.
What kind
Are
of
you
So
all
that
cancer?
was
good
kind
now?
of cancer.
Yeah, I asked what kind. I don't know. That's too personal.
Or cancer. Cancer of the cunt, darling.
All right then.
We couldn't hear because your audio cut out before cancer, and so we just kept hearing cancer.
Okay. I'm sorry. I did a load of tests on my microphone and it was
good.
running perfectly.
It's probably
I had
Sorry, carry on.
cancer, but I was super lucky. They were able to cut it out.
It cut off again. It's right. The word before cancer has
Oh,
not
no,
been
no, no,
said
dude.
yet.
I'm getting it. I hear her. I hear her perfectly.
You troll. No, you do not.
I swear. I swear. She said that she got it cut it out perfectly.
That part I
Right.
Cervical
heard.
cancer.
Be quiet. Ready? Cervical cancer.
Cervical cancer.
Aha. Got it.
There we go. But they slashed that out.
Good.
And I've been all clear for the last 2 tests. I have another one coming up in a few weeks. The fun, she says sarcastically. But yeah, other than that, fairly boring. Like, I've got some plans for the business next year
Nice.
to move to a bigger facility and start doing prime fulfillment and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all going good.
With the cancer, did you do more than just surgery? And I'm talking about like radiation
No,
or chemo.
I was really lucky. Like they caught it when it was just like a cluster of cells, so they were just able to slash it out. And for any women, I think the 3 of you that listen to this, it really wasn't a painful procedure at all. I think I was in there for like 20 minutes.
Oh,
Pain from the surgery itself. I did have a lot of pain because they sort of dropped me when moving me between the tables. So they sprained my neck and my back and my shoulders.
Jesus Christ. They just dropped you?
I
does that
think
happen?
they didn't support me when they kind of dragged me across the tables.
There was a
dragged
little
you
gap in
across-
between, they just sort of slid in the
They
middle.
kind of just dropped me onto the table a little too hard because they
hell?
sprained a shitload of my back and my neck and everything, and I couldn't move for like, I don't know, 6 weeks.
Yeah, Jesus, this
That's
sounds
fucked up.
terrible. That sounds so much worse than the procedure.
And
Just-
it was because it was a sprain, it didn't kick in for a couple of days. So when I went to see,
Also, you were working on it and doing shit like fucking around with it worse, making it worse without realizing.
yeah, pretty much. And then so I went to see my surgeon a couple of weeks after. And I'm like, you guys knew I had arthritis. Like, why didn't you support my back and my head when you were like moving me across the tables? And I'm like, a little bit. And he just turns around and said, so the good news is we got all the cancer and you're now clear.
I'm just gonna hope she doesn't bring that back up. And
I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
well,
Let's
shit,
just
what can
move
I
right
say
past
after
that.
you've said that?
you're a monster.
Did
How
you
dare you?
did you write your surgeon a letter? Have you ever done that?
Couldn't
No.
be bothered. Like, honestly,
You've done that
whatever.
before? You've done that before? You wrote?
I do it all the time now, actually. So I have a lot of surgeries. I just fuck up a lot. Knees, elbows, whatever. And so now going into it, I lay it out there. Hey, like I've got this extra thing about hey, coming out of this, I'm hoping to play ice hockey again. I'm hoping to do this. I injured it doing that. Double check that it's the right one, not the left one. I get nauseous coming out of surgery every time. This is a guarantee. So I just lay it out there like, hey, to the anesthesiologist, this is what you can expect with me. It's not a maybe. So let's just treat the nausea before I wake up and fuss about it. Yeah, it goes super well. And they're always appreciative. They take the letter and it's like gold to them. Like they read it, they go over my concerns. I usually try to connect, somewhat, so I'm not a slab of meat that gets dropped on the floor. And, and I connect a little bit. I talk about the nausea thing and how I injured it and what I usually try to lay out that I'm some sort of active person. That let's do this good and do it well. So I think that's like a pro tip, and I'm not alone. Like that, they probably get letters from 25% of their patients. Like. It's a thing.
A letter, but like they were very much aware. Like I can't have anesthetic. I'm super high risk, so I have all my surgery under sedation. No matter how bad the surgery is, I just get sedated. And they put the arthritis band on me, the full risk and the don't drop fragile. But apparently they missed that one.
They even had a wrist that said "Do not drop."
No, I'm just fucking with you. But I had the arthritis one, which should say, hey, be a little more careful when throwing her across the room.
Yeah, that basically means do not drop. Fragile.
Pretty much. Fragile.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they got all of the cluster of cells out of there, and that the worst part about it was them dropping you. Like the guy who delivered the Tupperware container I ordered did with those. And they were glass Tupperwares. And he threw them right on my... And I asked that they put the arthritis band on the package before they brought it in. It didn't fucking work. Yeah. So, man, anything fun other than the move, or just turmoil?
I've been really working on like getting up and moving. I stopped physical therapy 2 years ago, but had been continuing with that. And now I'm sort of at a stage where I barely need to use my wheelchair now. So
Good.
I've started going to the gym like 3 times a week. I'm playing pickleball 2 or 3 times a week.
You can play pickleball? Like that implies a pretty awesome level of mobility to me. Am I right?
Yeah, my legs give out before my stamina, which is a bit annoying. But like I broke my record last week. I did 94 minutes, which may not seem like much to most people, but to me that was pretty epic.
90
That's
minutes
great.
better than I
You said
could do.
94 minutes, an hour and a half. That's like, I feel like that's like a full-on match, no? I feel like that's a good amount of time.
It was multiple games. I zeroed
And
out the other
that's like, if I go to the gym and work out, I feel like 90 minutes is what it should be. If you're going longer than that, you're going
What
Yeah,
if you
I
spend
mean-
half your time reading Apple News? How does that impact your
You can push it. You can push it.
Hypothetically.
You can push it more than, yeah, you could do 120 minutes at that point.
And I feel like because it's a game, like I'm less aware of my legs as well. Like when I'm at the gym, I'm constantly like keeping an eye, making sure I'm not like hyperextending my knees and things like that. Whereas if when it's pickleball, it's just kill.
Well, I should try it out if that's the type of game it is.
Yeah, it gets that way.
Kill.
My mind, or my bad.
Kill.
I was this has nothing to do with anything, but it made me laugh really hard. And
Well, it's got to do with something, I bet.
well, nothing to do with what we're fucking talking about. But I was talking to my buddy who lives with
Woody?
another friend of mine.
Oh.
No, different buddy. I have more than
Kyle.
2 friends. Yeah. Both of my buddies. I was talking to him. He lives in an apartment closer to the city, and both my friends live there together. And it was last winter, and I don't know why he didn't tell us this until recently because it was good. And he was like, yeah, there's this 80, so old that you can't peg a number. It could be 95, could be 96, who knows? But they said she was annoying as fuck, and she was always telling him to turn stuff down, even when it was like these guys are not boisterous. They're keeping it courteous. And he was headed to work one day, and there was snow on the ground, and he saw her trying to walk to her car, and she's struggling, starting to slip. And so he's like, ma'am, Marie or Gretchen, some old ass bitch name or something, walks over. Here, give me your hand. I'll walk you to the car. So he's walking her to the car. She's so frail. He says her skin feels like paper, like he could just pull and rip it. And he gets her to the car, and he puts her hand on the door of the car. And he's like, wait here. I'm going to run back. I'm going to get the scraper thing, and I'm going to get this scraped off, and I'm going to help you in. And she's like, oh, thank you so much for helping me with this. And he said he got 4 steps away before he heard just a slip and a comedic style, like Larry Moe and Curly style, whoop, just straight up and bam, right on the ice.
That'd be
And
tough
he
on a
heard-
healthy person.
I know, and she's not healthy. And he turned around, and she goes, "Oh, help me!" Oh, and he said he walked over. He's not good with blood. He said her leg had a compound fracture. There was a bone
Oh
sticking
no!
out of her leg, and he said, I immediately started going, and he goes, and so she asked me, she looked at me and she goes, Matt, is it bad? Is it bad, Matt? And he's like, and I'm trying not to vomit. I'm about to pass out, and there is so much blood soaking into the snow. I just go, no, Marie, no, no, Marie, no, Marie, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to call the hospital. I'm going to call the hospital. So he called the hospital. I was trying to describe it, and he says, it's like, you know, when it's cold out and the air is cold and it feels like sound just resonates a bit more, that you could just hear bouncing between the apartment buildings, her wailing and her just over and over. He stressed how many times she asked, Matt, is it bad?
Oh.
Is it bad? She's got a bone sticking out of her fucking leg. And he's like retching the entire time up until they get there.
And lying to her also.
Yeah, and lying to her, which is the right thing to do. And he was like, he told me, he's like, I was scared to death. I was watching this lady bleed out, and I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to put pressure on it because her bone is sticking through. I don't know what the fuck to do. Ends up, she did not die. She's going to at some point. That's kind of the writing on the wall.
Wait, you mean according to this, she's gonna die
this
eventually?
Is just, so my mother-in-law stayed with us and broke her hip, and like when that kind of thing happens and your mobility's gone, like this is the start of a rapid downhill for her. Carry on.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's it. It was just I was busting a gut laughing, imagining him standing there in the snow with blood everywhere, a woman with a compound fracture, him going and her screaming, "Is it bad? Is it bad?"
It is. Like, it seems like it's right out of like a slapstick comedy.
I know, it's so
Especially because
funny.
you added that sound effect of her following like that. Whoop.
Yeah, that's what really clenched it right there. The sound effects.
Yeah, it made
That's
it
why
a Leslie
Police Academy
Nielsen
was so
movie.
good.
Your buddy's Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, he is. Oh, that guy died a while ago.
Yeah,
Damn
listen.
shame. He was hilarious.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody have your own story of elderly people getting grievously injured in a funny way?
Wasn't funny at all, Taylor.
Well, he made it a little funny for us. He
The
did.
listeners and the subreddit decide.
Yeah, let the subreddit decide is a terrible sentence in regards to
Yes.
anything. Forever.
That's true. Letting Reddit decide anything is a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
You know, all this shit about e-cigs or vaporizers maybe getting banned, like, which it's not going to happen. Like flavored e-cigarettes getting banned. Have you heard about this, Woody?
I have, but
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
like
it was an
600 people
executive order
died.
that he already signed.
Oh no, I don't think it's going to end
He's
up
not
happening.
signed it. He
Yeah.
talked about it this morning. But the thing is it's while it's only affecting people in the US, it's pretty much just knockoff THC capsules that have come in from China that people seem to be buying on like Chinese Instagram accounts and like
Oh, that
getting
makes
them
it
shipped.
sound
Like
so
it's super
bad.
dodgy.
That makes it sound so much worse. I thought it was like Jewel pods.
No, it's not. That's what I thought
it's
too.
not. It's just a type of oil that they use to bind the THC. It's called tapioca, which is also known as like a vitamin oil, like tapioca 50 is vitamin E, but it's really bad if you inhale it. And that's what these Chinese companies are using to cut their fake THC oil or spice oil with, and then they're shipping them out to the US.
Oh, so it's
So
only
what's your
just
source
legal
on that?
shit.
I thought it
Because-
was a Jewel thing. I had friends who smoked Jewel and they were calling me up, freaking out, like.
Dude,
freaking out
I've
about
read
that.
about, like, every time there's a death, I read these articles, and they say that they don't know that people who vape smoke a variety of different things, and they haven't tracked it to something with the confidence that Kitty just had.
This has come out in the last couple of days, so I don't know how up on it you are.
The
Right?
most recent
This
thing I looked at
oil
was
is
saying it's not
causing-
jewels.
And
The
it-
glands in the lungs to like retain water, basically. So
Uh, yeah, so Trump wants to ban the sale of all non-tobacco flavored e-cigarettes. And his concern is that some of these are marketed towards kids. Like the article I'm looking at says he wants to ban marshmallow flavored vapes.
Oh, kind of like how birthday cake vodka. They got rid of that. Or
Yeah.
Why did they get rid
Fireball.
of that? Why
got
did they get rid of that?
Obviously.
Why did they get rid of birthday
And-
cake
and
vodka?
They
Strawberry
didn't actually get
lemonade
rid of it.
vodka.
I was making fun of the fact that.
Oh,
you
okay,
can do
okay. I
whatever
was
you
like,
want
wait, what happened
booze.
with that?
No,
Is that
you
a
can
real
do what
thing?
you want with booze. Oh yeah, there's vanilla vodka, birthday vanilla. First time I drank vanilla vodka, I was like 17 on the way to a Blues game, and it was hot. And I almost vomited in the back of my
Oh,
friend's Volvo.
that sounds
But-
disgusting.
Actually,
No,
but I'm in
yeah,
particular
like-
interested in the birthday cake. Is that because like vanilla means
That's
a
a
lot
real
of things
thing.
to a lot of people? Oh, okay, yeah. I've told
Yeah,
the
birthday
story
cake's real.
of my friend who like invented Jello shots and couldn't get FDA approval. Food, drug, and alcohol. Yeah, I think it was FDA. Whatever it was, he couldn't get approval. They kept giving him the runaround on like, oh, this font needs to change, this needs to change, and he's like, just tell me everything. And they're like, no, we're gonna make up things forever so that you can't bring Jello shots to market because we know that the people who buy these will be under 21.
And now Jello shots are on the market. I was literally in a gas station today buying that nasty ass beef stick I ate before the show, and I saw it was a 4-pack of lemon drops. You know, like it's like a sweet lemony kind of shot that you get, and it was just 4 plastic shot glasses with a little top that said like 4 lemon drops, 80 proof per shot or whatever, and it's bright colors and everything. So
Are you
obviously
describing
it's not,
Jello shots or something different? I'm not. I
it's,
don't know.
it's basically like the same argument you would make for Jello shots insofar as that's what's drawing kids to it. You could make for lemon drops, you could make for a buttery nipple or any other sweet shot.
My
But it
impression,
is
like my
bullshit.
takeaway from it was they're pretty unsuccessful in stopping these things, but some people on the FDA are fighting what they feel is the good fight. And, they're going to get rid of maybe marshmallow flavored vapes, but someone else is going to come out with a cupcake flavored vape and they'll be like, what up? Why get rid of marshmallows? And I guess I'm just trying to say that there is a goal in the FDA to stop people from selling bad things to kids.
yeah, because they get their checks from tobacco lobby.
And they get lots of influence
The
from those
e-cig
companies.
ban, sponsored by Philip Morris.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah, to
it's
be honest,
fucking
maybe I
ridiculous.
should look at it through that lens because that could be.
The FDA has a
that could
lot of
be it.
outside influence
I mean, look
acting-
at how many people die from cigarettes or even die from excessive alcohol through DUIs or whatever each year. 5 people have died from vaping. I'm not saying vaping's good for you, but when you compare it to cigarettes, stupid that they're banning one and not the other.
And
Well,
I
it's the growth
guarantee
rate,
that this
though,
is
and the
because
people.
Melania caught Barron using a jewel. I guarantee.
That's funny.
And now
He was
Trump
vaping in
doesn't
her
want to
face.
deal with that fucking 14 with that bitch yelling at him in 14 languages or whatever shit they bragged on her with. She's like, why is it a little bit? I don't know what she sounds like. So I'm gonna go with the Hispanic. She's a Hispanic
Spanish maid.
housekeeper in this one. Why won't you? Why won't you ban the sale? The Baron is getting. He's already 6 foot 11.
Oh, she's getting a
and
little
he's
Italian now. It's going
no,
Italian
it's,
now.
it's all, she speaks so many languages. It's all that, how with this? He's like, I'm so fucking tired of you. I'm gonna beg some other bitch. This is ridiculous. I'm tired. All right, I'm signing it, Melania. I swear to fuck, I'm signing it. Okay? He's like, that's what's happening right now. And Barron's like getting railed at school, but they're like, thanks, Baron. Thanks for getting caught with your strawberry shortcake.
Now we can't.
pool.
Now we can't vape O's, bro.
But
Yeah, now
like,
we're
guys,
not coming to your White House pool party. How about that?
is it not bad that that vapes are on the rise in kids? Right? These people are doing nicotine vapes. How can we be for that?
I mean, I don't think you have to be for it. I think that it's a little silly to. I mean, it is the same way. You could make that exact same argument for Fireball flavored vodkas because it's not like they're selling these
But
to
that's not a
people
counter
underage.
argument. Like you said, like,
Kids
well,
will
there's
be
another
kids.
bad
They're
thing over
always
here.
going-
There's another
Kids
bad
are
thing over
kids.
here. I'm sorry, Kitty, I keep talking to you. Like, there were 33,000 people. That number's probably bullshit, but whatever. Died from guns last year. Why are we worried about vapes? Oh, so we don't do anything about vapes? Like, it's skyrocketing
Yeah, if
among
vapes,
kids.
but like the kids aren't allowed to buy vapes.
Oh.
But that's who's smoking them.
But
Well, then
they're
we
not
should
allowed.
probably
Well, here's the
ban-
thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Kitty.
In response to that, like companies like Juul, right? You can only get now in stores, you can only get the tobacco and the mint, right? The fruit ones you can only buy from their website. That was their response. The issue is there, but kids will get around it. It's the same way kids get around the alcohol laws. They get someone
Okay.
else to get them for them.
That's it. But see, I'm like, then they got around it. Then that's on the parents. That's on it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like, put a lot of shit out there. Put it all in the world. If we like, if a whole bunch of us kill ourselves doing crazy stuff or doing what we want to do, then like, so be it. Kids go and drink alcohol before they're allowed to drink alcohol, and then by the time they're legal drinking age, they're already an alcoholic or they're already addicted to it. The same thing with cigarettes. That's just the way it is.
And for every kid that
I
dies,
like
climate change gets a little less bad.
Darwinism is a
I
wonderful
like more
thing.
choice for us. I like more choice and more consequences and more decisions. And if parents have to be better so their kids don't have vapes, then do it. But if I want to suck a marshmallow vape till I die, then let me do it. But don't let me not do it because like a 12-year-old is doing it also because they have shit-ass parents or they
Yeah.
go to the weird store down the street. Like, give us everything. We will decide what we want to do, and some of us will die doing it. Inform us, though. Inform us. If you know that marshmallow, then stick it with all those bullshit stickers, just like we do with cigarettes. Do the same thing, if that's what you want to do. But don't get rid of it.
Maybe
Yeah,
you're
your
right.
guys' cigarettes are hilarious in Canada. Like,
Oh, you guys don't have that?
No, ours, like when you see cigarettes at the store, it just says Marlboro with a pattern, like the little diamond top thing with the whatever. But
I want
like
you
I
to see
saw
one.
a
Hold on.
Canadian pack of cigs, and it straight up had a kid dead in its crib, whatever kids sleep in. Just it had a kid dead there, and it was like, this leads to potential birthing issues. And I was like, this is hardcore what Canada's doing. Like, it was saying, if you're a pregnant mother, this is what you're doing. A kid dead, or no, it wasn't even a kid, a
guys
dead
don't
kid. It was
have
like a
these
kid
horror
dead in a
stories?
hospital setting. You have one there?
You guys don't get horror stories on yours?
No, ours just say cigarettes.
Can you read it to us?
Yeah, read it to
Yeah.
us.
Voyez ce que la cigarette a fait de moi. No, I'm just looking at it. Look at the power of the cigarette. Remember this face, and that smoking killed me. Barb Tarbox died at 42 of lung cancer caused by cigarettes. And it's like, that's her literally sick. And that takes up, look how much it takes. This is the name of the brand. These used to be this big. They got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger by law. So now on cigarettes, it's like that's your brand. But like it is kind of shameless. Like that's your line of work. You're like, okay, so we need a new design, people, because the government's killing us. They want to take more of our real estate. But it is sad. It's like this person passed away and it's on there. And you look on the side, there's another warning there. And when you open it up, it's not there now because I took it out, but like it has a slip in it. Look, there's like a slip that's like, bro, you are fucking up right now. I cannot. This is the last piece of paper until you just go and smoke your shit. You're fucking up. We've showed you 4 dead people, and now you're gonna go and smoke. Okay, go, do you?
Dude, my friend smokes Camels. I don't remember what kind, but he'll open those a new pack. And the piece of paper in there is $2 off his next pack.
Okay, but wait, Camel, like that whole character was created for kids. Cool Joe or Camel Joe, whatever his name is.
Camel Joe's the coolest character to ever exist.
I cannot believe they made a camo so fucking cool. Like it's a camel. Never has no one has ever like a camel is my spirit animal, and they are pretty badass. They're fucking badass, that's for sure. But like just the way they look, you would never think they look cool.
No, but that camel
cool Joe, Camel Joe is
those prehensile lips gripping a.
When I remember when I was a kid,
he was wearing jams in the '80s, the coolest clothes. He looked like a Miami Vice character sometimes.
Dude, when I was like a kid, like when I was like 6, I'm like, where do I find this motherfucker's cartoon? What channel is this motherfucker on?
Dude, you'd see a cigarette ad be like, this one sucks, this one sucks. Ooh. A camel cigarette.
Yeah,
Let's read the cartoon on this one.
And then they have the pop ones. Camels also sell those like pop things where like you're smoking, you're like, this is a cigarette, and then you pop and you're like, now it's a fruit punch cigarette. You know what I mean? It's like 2 flavors.
So
I remember.
Is that wrong?
I remember in England when
Camel
those
Crush.
warnings. In England, when those warnings came out, like a little mini industry came out beside it to cover up your cigarette packet.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And
Yeah,
they were
had
called fag tags, and they'd have like funny sayings, and
Hilarious.
you just stick them over the health warnings.
I like.
You're
that.
like someone
You
who
know,
died, like smoking cigarettes, being like, my last wish is just to tell you all to not. And you're like, boom, look how funny it is now.
You know what they need to do is they need to come up with bogus studies. They need to go further than what they've done in the UK and Canada and say like, did you know 84% of rapists smoke?
You're not a rapist,
Now,
are you?
You're not a rapist, are you? And it shows people with their arms folded staring at you knowingly. Like, what are you going to do with those cigarettes? Smoke it before you molest someone? Probably. Just guilt by association.
Can you imagine that? Like, just like that's like it's forget trying to stop you from smoking. Now they'll like scarlet letter you amongst everyone, just being like 9 out of 10 people that smoke cigarettes also rape people. So
9 out of 10 pedophiles recommend Marlboro.
If this guy is talking to you at the bar, you should consider that there is a 90% chance that he is this type of person if this is his pack of cigarettes. It's
Newport's not sending their best.
You know what I want to like? The coolest way to smoke cigarettes, and they're all so cool, is when you know those long stems that like people used to way back
when
in
you're
the day?
a villain. Yeah, when you're a villain,
A French
when you're
villain.
nefarious.
That's so cool. I'd start smoking.
When you're
You know,
Cruella de Vil.
That's I'm gonna buy one of those and start smoking.
Is it
You
wrong
need,
to
you need a
ban-
jacket made out of you need a jacket made out of Dalmatians to rock that.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I always thought that was just neat, where they're just holding it, and it must have been one
Where
of
do
the
you
women
buy
that
that
Bond
thing, eh?
fucked.
Where do you buy?
don't
No,
know.
or Cruella de Vil, who made a fur coat out of 101 Dalmatians.
Cruella de Vil, bad rap because Dalmatians notoriously difficult to handle.
Fuck
So,
it, let's make a jacket out of them.
The long thing you smoke cigs out of. A cigarette holder. Okay.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna say that. I knew
That's a better name.
I knew it. In my head, I was like, I feel like I'm just gonna shut up.
I'm gonna see if they sell cigarette holders on Amazon.
Oh my god.
Cigarette holder for women and for men. Cool.
You want to go to the Wish?
Oh.
I feel like you want to go to the Wish app, and you'll get it definitely.
Look at
Yeah,
this one.
probably
You
for
put
free.
it. It's a ring.
Yeah.
It's an elegant cigarette ring that you put on your finger, and it has a little thing, and it holds it. You can just go.
There's nothing elegant about that ring and how it smells. That's for
but
sure.
also look at this. You can get one of those cases like Nucky Thompson and everybody used in Boardwalk Empire, where they got their cigs in that metal case and they flip it open all cool.
Oh yeah, I know people who have that. I know people
Yeah.
who have that. My ex
That's
had that
cool.
even.
This episode of PKA is brought to you by lung cancer. And
Yeah. Anyway, Harley's argument was interesting to me. Like it basically was people should have agency and make their own decisions. And I line up with those same things in other areas like student loans, but I don't know why I don't with marshmallow flavored vapes.
How with student loans? What do you mean?
it's funny, we're reversed, you and me, where I'm like, I don't think people are capable of taking out a life-ruining amount of money. Like that's just going to be basically handed to them and then on the hook for it forever. But vapes seem so much less bad. Like
I am honestly I'm down
Yeah.
for everything becoming legal, being regulated, taxed, making sure it's not full of fentanyl if it's whatever the hell gets filled with fentanyl.
My heroin.
I'm for safe use centers. So,
Yeah.
there's people there with, is it Narcan? Like trained nurses so that people can get help if they need it. But I am legalize everything.
Yeah. Except
Yeah,
killing and rape.
Yeah, I mean
Everything, Harley.
substances.
Jesus, you're biased against
Yeah, it's all or nothing. Come on now.
as long
We'll
as
do the
murder and rape
purge.
are taxed and
Yeah.
regulated.
Gee, I hate you all.
You love
I
us.
hate
This
you.
was yours. This was your suggestion.
Well, you murdered someone. That's a fine.
That's $50 murder tax, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Man, we would live in a horrific society if they implemented that.
If it was
Welcome.
a $50 murder tax, oh my God, Logan Paul would be able to afford to murder so many people.
Welcome to the PKA annual purge.
Yeah. All right, you guys go to vote on which host we kill this year.
You guys like that movie, The Purge?
I've never seen it, but it intrigued me, the premise to it. But it also
you
has
know
the
what-
kind of
you know
premise where I doubt they did it well. Well, I'm glad Kyle's doing well. Did you guys while I was making tea? By the way, I'm a tea guy now. Bought an electric
Oh,
kettle.
yeah.
I'm drinking lots of
What kind of tea?
teas.
What kind
I
of tea
didn't
is
realize
that?
you were gay.
This is
What kind of tea
this
do you
is
like?
herbal peppermint tea.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
gay tea. That's awful tea. I'm
Well,
drinking
oh.
Earl Grey with milk and sugar because that's a real tea, unlike your
Whoa,
hippie
Earl
shit.
Grey
Well, the
tea.
caffeine will keep me up too late.
That's very Captain Picard.
Is
So
your
you're
tea-
a pussy.
I'm
You're
thinking,
drinking
I
you
guess
don't
I
like-
am.
you
I was
don't do
hoping to
dark-
get an alliance with the resident Brit in the room on the tea thing, but I guess not.
Yeah, instead you
Absolutely
got
not.
like a real fucking.
No, you know how you'll get into something a little bit and then you'll look for a Reddit forum about it and they just are so autistically into it almost ruins it for you. I went to r/t and I was like, I wonder if they got cool pictures here. And then of course I went to
That wasn't about
all-
YouTube drama with Jeffree Star.
No, it was
stuff
about
like
it was
that.
about fucking tea. And I found out within the first 5 of the top all-time posts shitty ass memes where it's how I am when I'm drinking Earl Grey and it's a cool cat and it's how I am when I'm drinking herbal tea and it's a retarded deformed dwarf and it's
Yeah.
oh, I guess there's
But still, now that you're a tea drinker, you're like, yes, I understand.
I had to. So, funny story about tea. My other half drinks that bastardized cold tea, sweet tea, whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
So I had to go and buy
Not even
some.
that sweet.
Disgusting, whatever the hell it is. So I go to Kroger and
By
I'm
the way,
stood in
just so you
front-
know, it tastes different in Canada. By the way,
Tastes
iced tea?
shit both sides, I'm sure.
No,
but
no. Hey, we're on your side.
kind of.
We still
But-
got the queen on our money, so come on now. Okay.
That's true.
Earl
You're
Grey.
sort of
Earl
the
Grey. Yeah,
Commonwealth.
Earl Grey. Captain Picard. I'm all about it.
So
Anyway,
I'm
sorry,
stood
continue.
in Kroger looking at all these cold tea bag things. I don't even know how to make it. And this woman just walks up the aisle and I'm like, "Do you drink cold tea? Which brand do I get? How do I make this?"
Yeah, I don't know. I
Did
think
she
you like
answer
hot
you?
tea
Did she?
and
Was she
pour it
like,
over
get away
ice.
from me, lady?
No, she did. She was like, "Well, now a lot of people in the South like the Lipton, but this is the best one that everyone, real people who like tea drink." So I got whatever that was.
She said, "Real people who drink tea," and
Yeah.
saying that to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real
You're
people.
like, come on, I'm real people that like to drink real
Helping
tea.
me
This
out.
ain't real tea, bitch.
Yeah, she was
You know
helping me out.
this
You know,
ain't
the
it.
other thing all those people like is they're like, you haven't really tried tea until you're drinking loose leaf tea. And I was like, what's that look like? And I looked at it and it's just a cup of water with fucking leaves floating all around in it. Like you're drinking
You're
leaves.
supposed to strain it out.
That's so many steps.
Wait. So wait, it's like the tea bag. It's not in a tea bag. It's like straight up in the cup.
It looks like if you
in
held
the
it up
glass or
someone,
whatever, and then
if
you
said
strain
like,
it after.
yeah, try this drug. That's what it looks like.
The only time you should use loose leaf is if you're making tea for a bunch of people and you can do it in a teapot where you can just strain the water out as you pour.
I bought an electric kettle because seems smart. Kitty, you're
When I
jumping in
first
and out with the
moved
audio a
here-
little bit.
Oh, really? I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Every once in a while, you'll skip, and then I'll jump in, and it sounds like I'm interrupting you, but yeah.
You're just
Are
rude.
you getting that, Woody? Yeah, I'm just fucking rude. That's what it is.
No matter what's gonna happen, everyone in the comments is gonna be like, "This guy interrupted that guy interrupted that guy. Look at this.
It's always me.
Harley's fucked up on."
Dude, it's
You
me.
know, I was
It's always-
really sober last stream, by the way. Last podcast, I was 100%
Just
sober.
coffee, right?
Yeah, I was drinking like 2 liters of coffee, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, Harley fucked up. He's fucked up."
He was fucked up, but on caffeine. Who the hell
just-
drinks 2 liters of fucking coffee?
2 liters is a
I'm
lot.
just
But
a fucked up guy.
I always
have a
I'm
heart
just
attack.
fucked up anyways, man. And I'll be like, I'll speak less. I yelled a lot last podcast. I'll speak less. Tell us, Kitty. Tell us. How are you doing?
Yeah, we do need to catch up with Kitty. There's been a lot of comings and goings.
I
I'm
actually
sure.
haven't
the main
spoken
going
to
being
Kitty in
Kyle
so
to
long.
prison.
Yeah, driving Kyle to prison was interesting because you go where you drop them off is like the medium security, which is fucking hardcore. Like maximum security looks like, because minimum look bloody scary. Like just insane fences everywhere, like 3 or 4 fences deep with scary razor wire and very obese prison guards that look like they would sit on you if you misbehaved.
They might. Or they might stick
More
the
like big boy
fucking-
American ones.
the MS-13 or the Alien Brotherhood on you.
Kitty,
One of them.
Like we talking like a big ass smothered and covered Waffle House ass.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's the no
My
movie.
favorite.
I think it is, Harley, whatever.
Taylor, if you have a
Slobs.
lead pipe, I'm going to call it 2.5 feet long, and the other guy has a whip, what do you think? The range
I'm
weapon?
gonna win that. I'm gonna sprint at him. Maybe I'll.
If you
catch
have the
one-
pipe, you have the pipe.
Yeah, I have the
Oof.
pipe. I'm gonna beat the shit out of that guy. He's not Indiana Jones. He's
He
not
might
But that's
be.
the
gonna
thing. That's
steal
what. But
from
that's
me.
what we're saying. Let's say he does, because like I'm thinking about it. Like let's say he does know how to use a whip. I would feel like a whip would suck to fight someone who knows how to use a whip.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
it
they're
depends
not
on the
gonna
distance.
wrap. They're not gonna wrap.
I mean,
your
no
arms
offense,
up,
but like,
they-
if I have a 6-foot bullwhip, you're not running at me with a fucking pipe.
I could throw the pipe to distract you enough to tackle you.
I mean,
It's just a whip. I feel like you can like the consistency and rate that you could be like attacking with a whip. I feel like it's like a psh, 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 like you could fucking get a good thing. Whoa, easy, Harley. It's whip talk getting me all
Harley's
riled
getting all
up.
excited over
Yeah.
whipping here.
Yeah, what were you saying, Kitty, about that whip? Yeah, no, I swear, I feel like a whip is like low key. Because I used to have this thought about like weapons or what weapon or whatever, and a whip, you think it's bitch shit, but I think if someone knows how to use a whip, like they taking your eyeball out real
Maybe,
fast.
yeah, maybe.
I feel like a whip like can slice across your face, like fucking rip your skin apart. Like you'll need stitches everywhere. Like I don't know.
But
I
I'll
don't
get
know.
a cool scar.
Well, that argument could be made
Yeah.
with a lead pipe, too. Like, you can do some damage with it. I
Yeah.
think it's a
Got
better
a
weapon, but it's
distance
a
between.
range. Yeah, Kitty's on the same page. Yeah, Kitty
What?
closed the... It's a whip is practically a range weapon, right? Like, I think a knife is better than a gun. Only if you're within knife distance, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the question, right? Like getting in there, you know, how
Yeah.
good is a whip at keeping someone at bay?
Right.
This all
And-
depends on the skill set. If you're like a matador, I assume they know how to use whips. I don't know. Like someone who's really good at it, yeah, they'll fuck
Matadors
you up.
don't use whips, do they? They use
I don't know who's
They
good
use
with
a
whips.
sword,
capes.
right?
A dominatrix. Whoever's good with whips.
Okay. Now we're back
If
in my
she's
core
whipping,
competence.
then I'm not as confident because she's probably got whap, 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 good accuracy. Because she's snapping CEOs' nutsacks all day with that thing because that's what they get off to. Because they've got so much power over the finance industry they just want to be demeaned by a Slavic woman with a whip. But lead pipes, I don't know. One hit with a lead pipe, you're going down.
You're dead. Yeah, you're dead.
You've just
That's
got
the
to get
difference.
to
It's
them.
true. A whip is gonna be like ouch, ouch, ouch. A lead pipe, one hit, kill you.
You're out.
You could die. Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
I mean, put a whip in my hand, and the guy with the lead pipe's gonna eat my lunch. I'm fucked. I don't know what to do. I'd rather
Oh, that attitude for sure. But come on, bro.
You give me a 30-minute training session first with the dominatrix. What is a whipping profession?
Dominatrix
cowboy?
works for me.
Yeah.
Probably cowboy or archaeologist, I guess.
Yeah. What? Why did we make a whip? Why did we even invent this? What's this for?
To
think
beat
it's for
people
herding
with. Why
cows.
else?
Oh,
Yeah.
slaver.
I'm sorry. I actually
Right?
I'm so ignorant and everything just rushed into
A
my brain
farmer
right now.
in the 1800s.
Apparently.
Yeah. I
No.
know.
If I get whip lessons from the finest slaver in Libya for a full day in their nicest open air slave market, I think I'll have a chance
Oh, God.
against the lead pipe guy. Maybe.
So apparently Biden's teeth fell out in the debates tonight.
Oh man, I've never watched those, but
It's not that. Let's watch it.
that's so funny.
Chiz linked it.
Oh wait, it's the first thing I saw.
It's only 9 seconds long. I think I'm going to end up watching this repeatedly. Let me just.
Yeah, let me. Okay, I need to open this up. This is Biden's teeth fell out.
It's okay.
All right, I'm
It's
ready.
okay.
I just
It's not
want
like what you
1
think.
second.
Oh shit, sorry. My bad. I
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
it.
no worries.
All right. Ready, set, play.
If you couldn't get it done after Sandy Hook, why should voters give you another chance?
Because it got done before.
You got like you see
With
it fall
the
out of
audio.
the-
Why should voters give you another chance?
Because it got done before.
If you couldn't get
One
it done
more.
after Sandy Hook, why should voters give you another chance?
Because it got done before.
As I was hoping for. Like, I was hoping they were going to, like, fall just straight out.
See, I've been burned by life so many times. I don't get that kind of joy. I didn't really think it would fall on the podium. I thought it'd be this. This is actually worse than I thought. In the got it done before.
I wanted them to, like, fall out of his mouth, him to try and catch them, but accidentally, like, fly them forward into the audience.
You wanted a Mr. Magoo kind of segment.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm done with
I
this.
did also. I wanted it to fall.
Yeah, right?
It's so funny though. You can see the teeth like starting to come down. The only reason it stayed there because he closed his mouth.
It's probably happening. He probably has that like it's like
before.
a kind of technique I bet denture wearers have, like a little catch and save and reinsert with their lips and tongue. But I'm done with the septuagenarians, maybe running for president. Enough of this bullshit. Why is everyone interesting over 70 right now? Give me someone else.
I was in that
Let's
same
get a
boat
gamer in there.
until I saw this clip, and now I'm in favor of the oldest people running.
He is the oldest.
So funny. Where they're like, and we're gonna win in Vietnam. We're bringing our boys home after victory.
See, if I was American at this point, I want a president with big ass titties.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what I
I don't
want.
think there's
I'm
any
you're-
done. I'm done with everything else, bro.
Well,
Everyone's failed me as an American. Now I just want a president with big titties.
so you're on Team Trump?
I'm on team titties. So you think Trump has nice titties?
I bet he's got a good
Titties?
rack. Yeah, that guy's fat as
You
fuck.
think so?
Dude, he's fucking
Yeah.
huge.
But I
No,
want,
he doesn't
I
have
want
the
big
tit
titties.
kind of fat. He has the fast food kind of fat, where he's got an enormous belt of like.
Yeah,
Wanted
and like
by
yeah,
KFC.
and like one
Yeah.
nipple is always hard and one nipple is always soft. Always. This is how I picture Trump naked. You don't? I'm on the list now for sure. I'm not allowed back in the country.
Trump's
Bye,
gotta have
guys.
boobs.
I like the USA. It was fun.
Trump's got to have jugs. He just has to. He's
No, I think Taylor's right. I think it's like you get you get an ass with him. You're not getting titties.
Yeah, you can see with his fat placement. Look at the pictures of him golfing in those stretchy ass
okay.
khakis. He has got a donk on.